Hi, this is Rachel from Quirky Baby. I'm going to show you one of my favorite front carries for a wrap using my Wrapsody Stretch Wrap. It's a front double hammock. There are a lot of different ways to do this carry with woven and non-stretchy, completely non-stretchy wraps. I tend to do the carry a little differently by working one pass at a time. But with my Wrapsody, I love to do a half pre-tied version where I sort of get the carry set up, get baby in, and then tighten up as I need to. So I find the tag on the center of my wrap, and I'm going to position that on my back. You're going to start this carry off just like a front cross carry or your basic X carry. Center of the wrap's on my back. I'm going to pass one side of the fabric across my opposite shoulder, and then do the same with my other side. Now here with a regular front cross carry, you would simply reach behind you and grab the wrap fabric and work with the X to put baby in. For a front double hammock, and one of the reasons I love this carry is that it really distributes the wrap nicely across your back and holds baby in a really supported way that I actually really love with older babies on your front. So I'm going to work with each side of my cross, my X. I'm going to flip the inside edge underneath and toward the outside edge. And when I do that, I flip the whole wrap going across my back around also. So what you end up with is a twist on each side of the wrap passes that sort of sit in corsage position on both sides of your chest, almost like where ring sling rings. Right? And my little Susan is ready to be wrapped up. So I'm going to reach behind me, grab the inside edges, which are actually the outside edges that got flipped, but the inside edges when you reach behind you. And I'm going to be careful not to twist. I just gathered that up and tuck it between my legs. Go get my baby. So I'm going to lower her inside the carry, and I'm going to go through both of the passes of fabric. So she's going through both layers. I stick a hand in from underneath to grab that. Instead of with the front cross carry or the X, one leg goes through one side and the other leg goes through the other. So she'll end up sitting in this almost like a ring sling, but think of it as a double layer of ring sling. So a ring sling going this way and a ring sling going this way. That's why it's called a double hammock. She's sitting in rebozo passes or hammock passes, not cross passes. So I'm going to very carefully lower her in, being careful not to untwist my twists. Ooh, where's her other leg? There it is. There it is. There we go. And as I pull up, first starting with the inside pass, as I pull up the fabric, I want to make sure not to untwist it. So it really helps to have a carrier that has different colored edges for this. So there's a few Wrapsody stretches that have that gradation like mine does, where they have one color on one edge, another color on the other, so you can really tell which to grab. But if you don't have a stretch wrap or a wrap with that gradation, you just kind of look at the cross and look at the flip, and you make sure to follow the edge of fabric that you flipped out toward your shoulder. If you just follow that in, you'll grab the right piece of fabric. Again, since my wrap has those different colors, I can look and say, okay, so the edge I'm looking for to pull up is the one that goes horizontally across to my shoulder, and that was the dark blue. So I reach in and grab the dark blue, pull that up. I don't think she's going to let me be arms in at the moment. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side, the outside edge. Again, you don't want to pull up on the fabric that's right in closer to your neck, because remember we flipped it. So I'm going to find my shoulder edge and where that flip was. And that's the part of the fabric I'm pulling up. And then I'm reaching that bottom edge of the inside pass and going knee to knee and tucking up under her. Then do the same with the outside pass on that bottom edge, knee to knee under her, again just like 2 layers of a ring sling. And then from here I'm going to tighten up. So I'm going to grab one of those pieces of fabric tucked between my legs. And the first thing you can do is just wiggle your shoulder and pull. This needs a little bit of tightening. So I'm going to find that blue edge. Almost like a kangaroo carry, if you're familiar with those. I'm going to pull out to tighten that. And we are leaner, huh? Get that up a little bit higher on you. I'm going to do the same with the other side. Typically I have her arms in, but we are not cooperating right now, and she's an older baby, so she's okay, and I have those top edges really tight so she can't lean out of it, but I would like her to tuck her little arms in. Oh good, let's see, we got her to do that. Okay, now from here you have a couple choices. You can just tie under her bum. If you have a lot of fabric, sometimes I just cross there and go back under her legs and tie. If I want a little more support, I spread out the fabric and go across her. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. And you can get a little more support on the bum area that way. I tend to just gather and tie behind me. And what I really love about this carry, if you look at my back, is that the fabric is spread out really wide, especially the part of the fabric that's wrapping around us, just like everyone loves a back double hammock, because you have that chest pass pulling baby in tight. With a front double hammock, that it's not a chest pass, it's a mid-back pass. So that's going across me, and this carry doesn't get ropey, and it doesn't tend to dig in my hip area the way a regular front cross carry does. It's not as quick and easy as a regular front cross carry. I certainly use that for a quick poppable carry, but it's a nice supportive carry to do with a wrap. With a woven wrap, I might do it a little bit differently, but with the Wrapsody, it's nice to have that little bit of stretch to be able to get the baby in, to tighten up, and it's still nice and supportive. I hope that was helpful.